Success is too expensive if it costs you your voice. You're welcome to the Confidence in the Diaspora series. And yes, today is day 10 or thereabout, or 11. And it's been amazing and beautiful to have you here every day. I am Leslie Grace and I'm the Confidence Coach, the founder of the Smart Speakers Academy, the one who is called to help busy professionals master 3 allied skills: smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Now, for the whole of July, we've been talking about this issue, confidence in the diaspora. It's been a big issue. I've had to work with clients who've had the struggle for a very long time. Some of them for decades. They traveled, they japa, they relocated, and it's as if their confidence left them. Today, we want to talk about what happens to their voice. Now, success is too expensive if it costs you your voice. Now, if the success that you have over there is costing you your voice, then it's too expensive. And today we want to talk about how highly paid diaspora professionals still feel silenced. And today we have Etieto as the first person to join us. Hi, Eti. I see you. So good to have you here. Why highly paid diaspora professionals still feel silenced? The confidence voice disconnect. Want to talk about that as well. And then how to use your voice fidence plus work fidence to lead out loud in the diaspora. Then I'll be showing you 3 questions that reveal if you've traded your sound for survival. And of course, how to get it back. One thing you want to do today is go and tag a professional that should be here. That one that you know that since they've japad, it's as if their voice left them. Go invite them for this conversation and let them know that we have begun again today. Today's conversation is about reclaiming your voice in the diaspora. I'm excited and I hope that you are too. You want to bring in everybody you know that, hey, come on, let's talk. Let's talk. Now, if the conversation on confidence is one that will have to take away voice so that we can talk about it, then that conversation is poor, don't you think? That conversation is costing us too much. The price to be able to get that conversation on is too much. We can't pay that kind of price. It's too much of a price to be paid, because your voice is a key part of your confidence. And if it has to be lost in order for you to show up as confident, then that is too much of a price to pay. A key part of your confidence is your voice. So we cannot take it away from the conversation. No. Your voice needs to be heard. You know one thing God did when he wanted to create the earth? He kept on speaking. So even the earth, right, heard God's voice. Even this earth heard the voice. Everything that God spoke to heard his voice. And that created everything we're seeing. So telling a professional to go silent or to not use their voices is simply you also doing what? Silencing everything that professional can create. Because to a very large extent, what you can do here is create. And if that creation is going to cost you everything you can make on earth, then your voice should not be lost. That is the conversation. All right, so let's get right into it. Today's conversation has a goal, and the goal is to help you, high achieving diaspora professionals, reclaim your confidence, express yourselves with authority, and stop sacrificing your voice at the altar of your success. I'm so glad that you're here today, because this conversation that's one that rarely makes it to the highlights. You know, people are not really talking about it. It's the silent pain behind polished resumes. It's the quiet shrinking behind corner offices. So like, it's really not loud. I remember when we began this conversation, a lot of people had to write to us to say, finally someone has been able to name this. And it's part of what gives us the fire in our bones to show up every day, because it's a pain nobody has been able to talk about, but it's also been given some liberation ever since we began. Now, today we're asking a bold question. What if your biggest success is actually costing you your voice? You are in a boardroom. Let me ask you this. You know the answer, but you hesitate. You are the only black man in your cohort. when you speak, it's interpreted as aggressive or too much. Let's look at Shola. Let's give her a name, Shola. Shola has made it. The job, the pay, the degrees. But when it's time to contribute, Shola's throat tightens. So Shola struggles to contribute any further. Now, research for years have shown that 70% of professionals from underrepresented groups feel that they can't speak freely at work. Too many of them operate in what we call the survival speech mode. So they can only speak to survive, not to create, not to impact, not to generate, not to make an impact. They just speak to, it's called the survival speech mode. So they just say enough to stay employed, never enough to be fully seen, never enough to create visibility. They are just speaking to just another day at work. I've been able to, I asked my boss to look at the memo I prepared, just bare minimum. The problem with bare minimum is that bare minimum can never give you maximum achievement. So this bare minimum, at least I did what I'm supposed to do, that kind of thing, it will never give you maximum achievement. Success in the diaspora is a different conversation. It often teaches you to become palatable, not powerful. Many professionals get trained to fit in, not to stand out. Now, your voice is paying the price, and that price is too much. That price is too much. I want to show you the confidence voice disconnect that's happening to many professionals. Confidence is not just about how you feel, it's also about how you sound. You stand up to speak, your first word, the way you sound, we already know if there's confidence in the conversation or not. But how many professionals even feel confident in their mind, but silenced in their mouth? Too many professionals. There's this confidence in their mind, but we cannot see it. And for us at the Smart Speakers Academy, we are called to professionals. And we know that too many professionals are smart. But we're saying that if the smartness is ending with your reading, ending with your thinking, not moving to how you speak, then there's a confidence crisis playing out there. And it is larger with professionals in the diaspora. So you see them, they feel confident in their mind. They are doing quite well, but they are silenced in their mouth. Why is this disconnect? Sometimes it may be that they had a past embarrassment. Maybe their accent was mocked. So now you shrink. Because the last time you spoke, they just said, so erotic. And then you went silent. There's a confidence voice disconnect happening right there. Or it's cultural pressure. So because a particular tribe in your office is always referred to as the tribe that talks too much. So there's this cultural pressure. Because you're from there, you don't want to be counted as those who talk too much. So you'd rather not say anything. Or workplace code switching. So what happens is, workplace code switching is you have a home voice and a work voice. The way you sound at home, when you come to the office, you try to be a little, just so they don't say you are, this African lady has come again, these Ghanaians, I don't know why they're so loud. So you do a workplace code switching. You switch off when you're at work. See, the truth is, it will lead to unhealed moments of being misunderstood. There will be this guilt of, I know I'm too much, but I'm playing too small. This is why some people say they have midlife crisis in the diaspora. They say things like, so when they get to that age, most of them want to come back. It's largely tied to a dissatisfaction. is tied to a deep feeling of misplaced value, misplaced voice, unheard voices. The truth is, what you do not heal, you hide. And what you hide, you cannot harness. That voice of yours is capable of saving worlds. Worlds all over the world. In this world, there are several worlds. There's a medical world. There's a scientific world. Different kind of words. Your voice is capable of saving so many of them. So that hiding would definitely lead to not harnessing your gifts. Because we don't even know the giftings in you until we hear you. So your voice is key. Hello, Dr. Aisha, I see you. Your voice is key. It will lead to unhealed moments of being misunderstood. Too many professionals in diaspora are suffering from midlife crisis. They go silent, and now that's why we are loud about this. We're the first who've been able to actually at least name it and are pushing for let's get as many professionals out of this. Diaphobia is what we call it. The fear, the fog, the freeze that happens to you once you get to the diaspora. And so many people have suffered it for years. Right? Good to have you to talk. But we've been able to say, okay, in the diaspora, there's a different kind of confidence conversation. I have had to work with professionals who were good, shining stars back at home. They get to the diaspora and their accent is their greatest barrier, all happening in their heads. That's why we had to create what we call accent evidence. The confidence you have in your accent. Your accent shouldn't be a reason why your voice is not heard. You shouldn't be hiding, because every moment you choose to hide, your gifts are not harnessed. That's the problem. You need voice fidence, the confidence to speak your truth, your tone, your thoughts in your own sound. You should speak your truth in your tone, in your sound, your thoughts, your voice. It's your uniqueness. It's part of what makes you different. So how come it's been hidden? Because you feel like in this strange land, it's unqualified. It's incompetent. See, there's a confidence to show up as excellence even when you are the only one in the room. You are the only black one in the room, but it doesn't diminish your worth. So why are you diminishing your worth in your mind? Without voice fidence, you will speak only when it's safe. The problem with safety is that there's no greatness born there. The problem with comfort is that it's the burial place of kings. The problem with safety is that potentials are swallowed inside safety. So that fear of, I'll just speak when it's safe. So you would rather speak to your fellow black colleagues. And then when it's a board meeting where other professionals are there and you are seeing skin colors that look different from you, your voice is hiding. This was you, the shining star, the head of medical team in the hospital where you were working back home. I've had to work with a client who was leading one of the biggest medical teams in her country. But she went over there, she was lost. With that voice fidence, you perform only when you are perfect. The problem with perfection is that it's the greatest barrier to actually becoming extra. You see the extraordinary, right? I hope you know that the extraordinary is actually in the ordinary. It's just you trying to be extra right in that ordinary thing. But a sense of perfection will not do anything with the ordinary thing because it's waiting for it to look like perfection. Now, I want you to look at these 3 questions I want to ask you, because these 3 questions will reveal if you've traded your sound for survival. And like I began this conversation, if it has to cost you your sound, your voice, for you to achieve that success, then the price is too much. The price is too high. It's unaffordable. Can't afford it. The first question is, do you rehearse how to say things just to sound less intimidating. You know what to say. You know that this solution of yours is what the world needs. It's what your association needs. But you've rehearsed in the mirror for 1 week now. And your goal is not to give a good speech. No. The goal is actually to sound less intimidating. Before they will say this African is a show of too much. See, let me tell you. That is not clarity. That is fear dressing up as polish. That is fear dressing up as preparation. That is fear. I know, for me, I always say that if there's fear, then there's no confidence. If there's confidence, then fear is mastered. And what is confidence? The willingness to try. That's how I define confidence. Too many professionals do not have this willingness to try. These were really daring professionals back in their homes, back from wherever they're coming from, the countries they were coming from before they got to the diaspora. But ever since they got to the diaspora, they became unwilling to try. They lost their voice feedings. They lost the confidence in their voice. Suddenly their voice sounds awkward even to them. You know the truth. The confidence people see in you begins with the confidence you have in you. So because you are struggling with how you now sound, you don't even have self-worth anymore. The price you put on yourself, you put on yourself a price tag that is too low and doesn't worth being seen, heard, or remembered in certain meeting situations. Do you know why I know this? Because right in the diaspora, when you are amongst your friends or the people that you are a lot comfortable with, you speak up. Most times because there are people that are from your nationality or your continent. But when it's outside of that, you lose your voice. The second question is, have you started saying less even when you know more? You are the brain behind that product that was found in your field recently. But when it was time for the presentation, you ran to the production room. Because you choose to say less even when you know more. And your fear is, what if I lose my lines? What if I don't know what to say anymore? See, that's not humility. Some people even call it humility. No, I don't want to be seen as proud. That is not humility. That is hesitation. It is hesitation born from trauma. It's hesitation born from trauma. The trauma of a heavily hit self-esteem. That's what I'm saying. See, the confidence for the diaspora is that you need to wear it. You need to learn the confidence for the diaspora. Because the environment, the diaspora, it's that one you carried from your country to swallow it. It will sink. It will get drowned and lost. Because of the expectations of the new environment. Thank you, Dr. Aisha. Because most times what happens is, when you get to the diaspora, your brain actually there are some signs that actually send to you that this place is unsafe. This place is different. You go to and they hit you, get leave the way, you African. You see all of those words you're hearing, right? It's leaving traumatic experiences in you. That's what you are calling humility. No, it's not humility. It's hesitation born from trauma. So you have no business on that job you're taking now. But you're afraid. What if you can? You know what? I think I'm just loving money too much. Let me just stay on this job. It's not humility. You are hesitating. And it's coming from trauma, from verbal abuse. Trauma from mental abuse. Yes. Because most times those verbal abuse translates to your mind is messed up. You've heard too much, and at this point you just feel like. That's why I'm saying that it's because it's costing you your value, it's costing you your voice, it's costing you your visibility. The price is too much. The third question is, are your words filtered by how white, safe, or small they will make you appear? If it's costing you your voice, the price is too much. I want you to think about this third question. You've written that note. You were supposed to send it to MD. You prepared the email completely. You wrote it completely. But you now started editing your words. You've edited and edited and edited your words. You're featuring them by how white, how safe, how small they will make you appear. See, that's not strategy. That's silence disguised as professionalism. That is not strategy. You are going silent. And you are masking it up as professionalism. You weren't made to shrink in rooms you were sent to shift. Please put it in the comment section. You were not made to shrink in rooms you were sent to shift. Do you even know that room where you are right now in that diaspora, you were sent to that room by your maker to create a shift, to make a shift? You know the truth. You are either making shifts in the diaspora or you are shrinking. No middle ground. I'm sorry to say, but I'm not sorry. I'm here to sell you the truth and take away from diaspora. That's what I named it. The phobia that came while you were in the diaspora. Thank you. I can see in the comment section. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, everyone. All right. Diaspora is what I named it because this has bothered me for long. I've had to work. I'm a confidence coach. So I've had to coach confidence of diasporans, and I each time it's people in diaspora, it was different. I've done my research for a while. I had to say, you know what? No. I think we're merging, we're packing, we're just lumping it all together. No, it's supposed to be handled differently. That's why I had to make 21 in one guide for you. A whole 21 guides. I have seen professionals struggle with their pay in the diaspora. So we have to make pay fidence for you. Confidence in your pay. Confidence is how much you are actually worth. 21 ways plus trackers plus activities plus everything. Plus, we'll be having a confidence in the diaspora masterclass for everyone who get those guides now that is on flash sale. Each of those guides actually 4,500 naira. But for the flash sale, if you get it now, you get all 21 for 21,000 naira. That means each guide for 1,000 naira. We had to make accent evidence. Hi, Chigolo. We had to make accent evidence. We had to make hair evidence. Yes. There are professionals who cannot show up in the diaspora because of the way their hair looks. You need hair evidence. You need hair evidence. We have to make style evidence. I have seen professionals go to the diaspora and lose their style. They don't even know how they look anymore. They don't even know how to dress anymore. They are lost. So we had to create something for you. Style evidence. We created mindfidence. Hey, I see you, my girl. We had to create mindfidence. A lot of professionals get to the diaspora and they lose their minds. Listen, let's get your mind back. A whole 21 guides for you. You will feel like you just, yes, thank you, Ura, thank you. So something as, not said as your hair, we had to make hair fitness for you. See, I'm called to busy professionals. Those are the people I'm sent to. And their problem is a problem for me. Especially those in diaspora. I've had to work with a couple of them. And I said, no. So we had to make 21 in one guides for you. The truth again is, you were not made to shrink in rooms that you were sent to shift. You were sent to that room. How come you are shrinking? It's a series. And like I said, there are no middle grounds. You are either shifting or you are shrinking. It's either you are shifting or you are shrinking. Are you shifting that room or you are shrinking in that room? See, you need to rebuild your voice before the world rewrites it for you. Rebuild your voice before the world rewrites it for you. Success is not success if it requires you to disappear in order to keep it. Success is not success if it requires you to disappear. Requires your voice to disappear. Yes, thank you, ma'am. The guides are a banger, yeah? You were not made to shrink in rooms, you were made to shift. Thank you. Thank you, Ura. All right, so success is not success if it requires you to disappear in order to keep it. Your voice is missing. Your voice is you. If your voice is missing, then you're literally missing. Yes, doctor, you are not going to shrink, you will shift. Let's shift you. With the 21 guys, let's shift you. And I'm not lumping those guides on you, no. We're going to have a confidence in Diaspora masterclass where we'll work with these guides. We'll have a whole masterclass on building confidence in the diaspora. I've been doing it, with diasporans here and there, one at a time. And I just feel like, no, I think the number is too much. Let's have you all in a room and let's have this conversation. Okay, so we're having that masterclass absolutely for free. After now, the masterclass will be paid for separately. But for everyone who joins the flash sale, you get it for absolutely free. Now, if you're ready to stop whispering and start wielding your sound, it's simple. Just put in the comment section bundle and we'll send you the seller link to get 21 in 1 guides for only 21,000. Trust me, it is everything you need. Do you know that among those guys, we'll have to create Godfidence? Godfidence, yes. Too many professionals get to diaspora and they lose their God. They lose their faith. Because of the culture, because of the environment. Again, do not get to the abroad with the confidence from home. No, it's unsuitable. It's like using a Samsung charger to charge your iPhone. It won't work. That's how it is. That's how the confidence conversation is. That's how it is. Because the same you. And then when you try this and you now say the iPhone is not charging, no, you're using the wrong charger for it. Because it's the same you who was that confident person back home, but all of a sudden you are lost. See, I don't get these guys alone. Tag a friend climbing the ladder, send them this video, send them this particular video. It will be on Instagram for replay, it will be on YouTube for replay. So you want to send this to them, share this live with them, and I just want to see every single diaspora at the top, but with your voice still intact. Like I said, as you find yourself in the diaspora, know that you were sent there to shift, to make a shift, not to shrink. And how do you know you're shrinking? You are unwilling. My absolute all-time favorite definition for confidence is the willingness to try. Anytime you find yourself suddenly unwilling to try to go for a new job, unwilling to try to wear your hair the way it is, like Rura rightly said, you start trying to use wigs all the time, unwilling to speak because your accent is foreign, unwilling to parent your children the way you want because it doesn't feel like that's what others are doing. Do you know we have to create parentifidence for you? I'm not a parent coach, no. I don't have that plan. That's not my calling at all. But we have to create something. If you're looking for a parent coach, when you go to my mentor coach, when your logo is the best, right? But we have to create something for you, the confidence to parent your children without losing yourself, your value, your voice, your visibility in the diaspora. The 21 in 1 guides are they're your go-to. They're your saving grace. They are everything, okay? Spread the word out there, please. Spread the word out there. Let them know that, okay, finally someone has been able to name this challenge, and most importantly, give us a way to tame it, okay? Thank you so much. It's been amazing having you here. Please do catch replay if you're joining late. And tomorrow at 1 p.m. we'll be here again, talking about confidence in the Diaspora series all through July. Yes, that's how I'm dedicated to serving you, because your confidence must be gotten back right in the diaspora. You were meant to cause shifts where you are. You were never sent there to shrink. I am Leslie Grace, the founder of the Smart Speakers Academy. It's been amazing having you here. See you again tomorrow at 1 p.m. This is the Smart World.